Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is straight out of a reality TV horror movie. Except this time, the cameras weren't rolling and the drama didn't stop when the director yelled, "Cut!" Imagine scrolling through your feed thinking you're just gonna see another celebrity flexing their outfit of the day. And suddenly you see whispers, screenshots, and shady posts claiming that Bambi has been rushed to the hospital after a violent clash with none other than her husband, Lil Scrappy. Shocking. Oh, it gets worse, because this isn't just your average reality TV breakup fight. No. This is the kind of chaos that makes you question if love and hip-hop should come with a medical insurance package. Now, here's the burning question everyone's asking. Did Scrappy really snap? Or is this another publicity stunt gone terribly wrong? Was Bambi truly a victim of a brutal outburst? Or is there a deeper plot twist no one saw coming? And why? Are insiders whispering about broken glass, frantic 911 calls, and a night so wild even neighbors thought they were hearing the trailer for the next Netflix true crime documentary? Stay with me, because this story is about to unravel in ways you won't believe. The scandal surrounding Lil, Scrappy, and Bambi has turned into the kind of story that people cannot stop talking about. A headline so messy and shocking that even those who claim they do not care about celebrity gossip are sneaking into blogs and YouTube channels to catch every crumb of the chaos. Because this is not just another argument between a reality TV couple. It is a full-blown meltdown that spiraled straight into hospital walls and police whispers. And if you think this came out of nowhere, you clearly have not been paying attention to the long trail of warning signs that stretched back months. Lil Scrappy has always been known for his fiery temper and his habit of airing dirty laundry in the most public way possible. The man cannot resist a rant, a shade-throwing session, or a storm-off when things do not go his way, and Bambi has been no stranger to calling him out for his reckless ways either. So when the cracks started showing in their marriage, people knew something explosive was on the horizon. They just did not expect it to be this explosive. The story goes that the tension had been bubbling like a pressure cooker in their Atlanta home for weeks, maybe even months, with Bambi accusing Scrappy of being distant, distracted, and spending money as if he were still at the peak of his rap career, while she was left juggling the responsibilities of home life and business ventures. And Scrappy, in return, lashing out that he was tired of walking on eggshells and being treated like a suspect in his own house. It all boiled over during what insiders describe as a night of shouting so loud the neighbors thought someone was being attacked. A slammed door that shook the entire frame, and a chilling silence that followed before ambulance lights were spotted flashing outside their house. Anonymous sources, the kind who always pop up conveniently at times like these, are claiming that Bambi was rushed to the hospital with stress-induced symptoms and visible bruising. Not exactly something you can fake for Instagram clout. And yet the conspiracy corner of the internet is already convinced this was staged for the next season of Love and Hip Hop. Because apparently in the world of reality TV, nothing is ever real unless it is fake. But if you look closer at their history, this does not feel like a stunt. It feels like the tragic climax of a relationship that has been disintegrating in front of our eyes for years. From the moment Scrappy's own mother, Mama D, went live on Instagram to call Bambi ungrateful and fake, to the rumors of Scrappy being seen in clubs with women who were definitely not his wife, to the arguments that spilled onto social media with cryptic posts about betrayal and heartbreak, every chapter was a warning, and now the book has finally caught fire. Fans are completely divided, with one half rallying behind Bambi under hashtags like Justice for Bambi and demanding accountability for what they call toxic and violent behavior, while Scrappy's loyalists defend him as the victim of a smear campaign designed to destroy another black man's reputation. And then there is the messy middle. The crowd that thrives on watching chaos unfold and does not care about truth or empathy. They just want the memes, the gossip, and the viral content. Meanwhile, whispers of money drama are adding fuel to the fire. because word on the street is that Scrappy has been burning through thousands on luxury cars, club nights, and random splurges, while Bambi has been the one keeping the family afloat, paying tuition, covering mortgages, and handling the unglamorous bills. And when she confronted him about it, he allegedly blew up, which only worsened the downward spiral. There are even rumors that he dipped into funds meant for a joint business venture, which would explain why Bambi has been visibly exhausted in recent appearances, looking more like a woman carrying the weight of an empire than a reality star enjoying her fame. The fight on that infamous night reportedly started over Scrappy's phone, a buzzing message at 2 a.m. that Bambi demanded to see. And when he brushed her off with one of those casual shrugs that only make things worse, she pressed harder, accusing him of sneaking around, and that was all it took for tempers to ignite. Shouting turned into chaos, chaos turned into slammed fists on walls. And by the time things calmed down, Bambi was shaken enough that a hospital visit was necessary, a detail insiders swear is true, even though neither side has gone on record to confirm it. What is clear is that the fairy tale image of their marriage has shattered beyond repair, because even if this was just one night gone too far, once police lights and hospital visits enter the story, you cannot go back to pretending everything is fine, the damage is done, the trust is broken, and the world is watching with popcorn in hand. The fallout from that night did not just end with flashing ambulance lights and hushed whispers. It spiraled into something much bigger, something that seeped into the streets, the blogs, and the digital veins of social media, until everyone from diehard fans to casual lurkers had an opinion about what went down behind those closed doors. And while neither Scrappy nor Bambi has made an official statement, the silence has only fueled speculation, because when celebrities go quiet in the middle of chaos, it is like blood in the water, and the sharks of gossip will not stop circling. Reports began to leak from so-called insiders, the type of anonymous voices who always appear right when the drama is at its peak, claiming that Bambi was not just emotionally shaken but physically scarred, whispers of bruises on her arms and a cut that needed attention, details that paint a picture far darker than a simple marital spat. And suddenly the narrative shifted from messy couple fight to potential domestic violence scandal, something that could not just ruin reputations, but also invite legal consequences. The blogs had a field day with it, some posting alleged screenshots of frantic text messages Bambi sent to friends saying she could not take it anymore. Others claiming to have recordings of heated arguments that sounded like a war zone inside their home, though none of these so-called receipts have been officially verified. That did not matter, because in the court of public opinion, perception is reality. And the perception right now is that Scrappy crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. Fans who once rooted for them as a reality TV power couple are now split in brutal ways, with timelines filled with hashtags that either demand justice for Bambi or insist Scrappy is the target of a smear campaign. And what makes it worse is that both camps are digging up years of receipts to prove their point, one side highlighting every moment he ever lost his temper on camera, the other side pointing to Bambi's alleged coldness, claiming she only stayed for clout and money. Meanwhile, the whispers about finances have gotten louder, with reports that Scrappy has been drowning in debt while putting on the facade of a lavish lifestyle, buying cars, bottles, and jewelry, while his actual bank account is stretched thin, and Bambi allegedly confronting him over funds missing from their joint ventures. A confrontation that may have been the spark that lit this inferno. Sources close to Bambi insist she had been begging him to slow down, to consider therapy, to rebuild their relationship, but he refused, seeing every suggestion as a personal attack. And when a man feels cornered in his own home, the outcome can get volatile fast. Neighbors are reportedly furious, telling local reporters that this is not the first time screaming has erupted from their house, and that everyone had been waiting for the day when things went too far, which only adds more weight to the narrative that this was not an isolated incident but the climax of a pattern. And then there are the children innocent in all of this, caught in the crossfire of parents who are tearing each other apart. With one heartbreaking detail surfacing that their daughter woke up crying in the middle of the chaos, her small voice echoing over the shouting, a moment so gut-wrenching that even those who normally thrive on celebrity mess paused for a second to acknowledge the human cost of this kind of drama. The silence from Scrappy's camp is deafening. Though a few cryptic social media posts have fans dissecting every word, including one late-night tweet that read simply, "Truth always wins," which many saw as a veiled denial, while others mocked it as delusional. Bambi, on the other hand, has been quieter than ever. Her only post a chilling black background with the words, "Enough is enough," written in white, which sent fans into overdrive, interpreting it as a sign that she is done with the marriage once and for all. Even their families are divided, with Mama D allegedly defending her son, calling Bambi manipulative, while Bambi's mother has been vocal in private circles, saying she never trusted Scrappy and always feared it would end like this. And now both sides of the family are leaking quotes to the press, further inflaming the situation. The drama has grown so large that whispers of legal action are in the air, with unconfirmed reports that Bambi has spoken to lawyers about filing restraining orders, custody arrangements, and even divorce papers. Though nothing official has surfaced, yet what is clear, though, is that this scandal has already damaged Scrappy's career in ways that may be irreversible. Because promoters are reportedly pulling back from booking him, brands do not want to be associated with his name, and fans are questioning whether they can still support his music when the image attached to it is one of violence and betrayal. And yet the story continues to twist, because for every source claiming Bambi is the victim, another pops up saying she orchestrated the drama to paint Scrappy in the worst light possible, that she had been planning an exit strategy for months, and this night gave her the perfect opportunity to play the victim card. A theory that fuels debates online where people throw around words like gaslighting, narcissism, and clout chasing as if they were experts in psychology. The truth may never be fully clear, but what is undeniable is that their relationship has imploded in the most public and humiliating way possible. And the world is watching every detail unfold, waiting for the next leaked screenshot, the next cryptic post, the next headline that pushes this scandal deeper into madness. The aftermath of this explosive situation has only grown darker as days turn into weeks, and the noise refuses to die down, because once a story like this grabs the public's imagination, it becomes bigger than the people involved and transforms into a cultural event that everyone has a take on, whether they know the facts or not. And the lack of official clarity has turned speculation into fuel for an uncontrollable firestorm. Behind the scenes, insiders are claiming that the fallout has reached new levels with Bambi, allegedly refusing to return home and instead staying with close friends under the watch of security, who do not trust Scrappy to keep his temper in check, while Scrappy himself has been spiraling publicly, hitting clubs more frequently than ever, posting videos that oscillate between anger and sadness. One moment defending his innocence, and the next moment lashing out at critics in ways that only make him look more unstable. The legal side of things is heating up too, with reports that attorneys have been contacted. Then paperwork is being prepared for custody battles and restraining orders, and though nothing has been filed yet, the very mention of legal proceedings has already stained Scrappy's public image, because in the world of celebrity scandal, once lawyers enter the chat, people assume guilt even before a court does. Whispers of potential police investigations continue to circulate, and though official records have not surfaced yet, online detectives swear they have seen signs of officers at the scene that night, piecing together grainy photos of flashing lights outside their gated neighborhood as proof. And whether those lights were for Scrappy and Bambi or someone else no longer matters, because the story has taken on a life of its own. The industry itself has begun to distance from him, with promoters canceling appearances, talk shows backing out of guest slots, And even reality TV producers who once thrived on his chaos now reconsidering if the drama has crossed a line too. Dark for entertainment because while fights and shouting matches sell episodes, hospital visits and bruises tell a different story, one that could tank ratings instead of boosting them. Meanwhile, Bambi is being recast in the public eye from fiery reality star to tragic heroine, with fans rallying around her as the strong woman who endured too much and finally decided she had enough. Her cryptic posts turned into mantras shared across social media, inspiring debates about toxic relationships and the strength it takes to walk away. And whether or not she intended it, she has become a symbol of resilience in the eyes of many. Yet there is also an undercurrent of skepticism, with detractors insisting that she is playing the narrative to her advantage, that she knows exactly how to milk sympathy for brand deals and endorsements, and that the timing of her silence is too calculated to be accidental. Because in the cynical world of celebrity culture, no pain is seen as authentic unless it is packaged for consumption. Families remain split, friends caught in the crossfire, and fans battling each other online in endless threads that feel less like discussions and more like digital wars. Each side convinced they know the truth, when in reality only Scrappy and Bambi know what really went down that night. The saddest part of all is the shadow cast over their children, who will one day see the headlines, the posts, and the arguments dissected by millions of strangers, and no amount of spin or silence can erase the reality that their parents' downfall became public spectacle. As the dust continues to swirl, the question becomes not just whether this couple can reconcile, but whether either of them can recover from the reputational damage. Because in the brutal landscape of hip-hop and reality television, comebacks are rare when violence is involved and forgiveness from the public is selective at best. Scrappy's defenders argue that people love to tear down black men the moment they stumble, that he is being vilified unfairly, while critics fire back that protecting abusers under the guise of loyalty only perpetuates cycles of harm, and the debate rages with no clear resolution. At the heart of it all lies a broken relationship, a shattered trust, and two people who once stood before cameras smiling, now reduced to sound bites, gossip and viral clips dissected by strangers. The truth is, whether Bambi's hospital trip was the result of physical harm, emotional collapse, or a toxic mixture of both, guess it has left a permanent scar not just on their marriage but on their legacies, because no matter how many apologies are made or how many explanations are given, this moment will forever be a headline tied to their names. The world waits for the next move, whether it is divorce papers being filed, an exclusive tell-all interview, or a dramatic reconciliation that no one sees coming. But one thing is certain: the story of Scrappy and Bambi has moved beyond simple reality TV drama into the realm of cautionary tale, a saga that shows how fame, ego, and unresolved demons can turn love into war and leave everyone watching stunned at the wreckage. So here we are at the end, this jaw-dropping story, and the only question left is, where do we go from here? Because what started as whispers of an argument has now erupted into one of the most talked about scandals in the hip-hop and reality TV world, and it leaves us wondering what lessons can be taken from this chaos. Do we continue to support stars who thrive on drama, even when that drama turns toxic? Do we give second chances when the line between love and harm has been crossed? Or do we finally hold our favorites accountable, no matter how much we enjoyed their music or their screen time? The truth is, you have to decide what side of history you want to stand on, because ignoring situations like this only allows them to repeat again and again. So I want you to tell me in the comments what you really think. Is Scrappy the villain? Is Bambi playing the victim? Or is the truth messier than anyone wants to admit? Do not just scroll past this. Your voice matters in shaping how these stories are remembered. And if you want more raw, unfiltered breakdowns of scandals they don't want you to know about, then make sure you like this video, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because this is only the beginning.